Now to our top story, rallying against the law. You're taking a live look at the state capitol, where in just a few hours, demonstrators are planning to gather in protest of Georgia's new election law. It includes ID requirements for absentee ballots, an earlier deadline for absentee ballot applications, limiting drop boxes, and making it a misdemeanor to hand out food or water to voters waiting in line. Some of the demonstrators are planning to walk State Representatives Park Cannon and Erica Thomas to the Capitol. This after Representative Cannon was handcuffed and dragged from the building last week after refusing to stop knocking on Governor Kemp's door as he was signing the bill. She was arrested as well. And another way people are protesting the state's new controversial election law is targeting the money. Many are calling for boycotts against Georgia's major companies and industries. Liza Lucas is here following some of the latest updates. And Liza, it's not just one company being called out. This is hitting on major events coming to the city and our film industry as well.
Yeah, and it's not just Hollywood, it's not just sports, it's also major corporations that are being called out. We've seen a lot of hashtag boycott Georgia circulating over the past couple of days. James Mangold, director right there, he's one of those that is tweeting that he's not going to be filming in Georgia because of the new law. And as we mentioned, some of those hashtags to boycott Coca-Cola, boycott Delta, activists calling for these major corporations to speak out, to denounce the new law. Now, in the sports arena, we want to bring up these updates. The executive director for Major League Baseball's Players Association told the Boston Globe some players want to move July's All-Star game from Cobb County because they feel the law suppresses minority voters. And the National Black Justice Coalition calling on professional golfers to refuse playing in the Masters in April unless the law is repealed. Now, political strategists say the boycotts could just be to make noise, but as we saw with similar boycotts in 2019 over the so-called heartbeat abortion bill, it could also make waves.
Most of Hollywood sat on its hands and waited for the courts to weigh in. The courts basically reversed that law, and it's sort of working its way through the courts now.
If I were on the defensive on this, I would take it very seriously. There are a lot of corporate brands at play here, and generally corporate brands don't like this kind of attention.
Now, Delta, Coca-Cola, they have really been in the spotlight when it comes to social media and these calls to boycott. We reached out to both corporations regarding these boycott calls. We'll keep you posted on their statements. But Coca-Cola Company previously had issued a statement after the law was signed, tweeting out, "We believe voting is a foundational right in America and access should be broad-based and inclusive." Delta also had previously issued a statement saying that they believe that full and equal access to voting is a fundamental right for all citizens. But again, some activists really want these companies to take a strong stance when it comes to this law. We'll stay on top of it and keep you posted with the very latest.
All right, Liza. And civil rights groups have already joined forces to sue the state over this election law. They claim some of the provisions, like new ID requirements for absentee voting and limits on the use of absentee drop boxes, violate the 14th Amendment and the Voting Rights Act.